guys, welcome back. So this time of the year we are doing news now. Cool. So if you don't know, news, it's a magical readathon, Harry Potter themed readathon. This readathon kind of has two parts. So owls in April and newts in August, and it's both like month-long readathons. Probably if you click on this video, you already knew about this stuff, so let's just go to my TBR. Obviously, the list of challenges for news is ginormous, and I don't know who in the world could possibly read everything, so I didn't even made a TBR for everything. Basically what I did, I finally selected a career, selected books for the challenges I need to achieve it, and there's some extra stuff in case I will have time. Decided to read something more from like kind of subjects it's like interesting for me. So my career is broom maker, and for this I need get E in arithmancy, E in herbology, and A in charms. And in total it means 5 books, so it's pretty okay. I'm not that fast reader usually, but because it's my long read, so I have a chance to finish it at least. And yeah, I've selected a couple of extras. So now let's go probably through the subjects. So first subject, arithmancy, and to get A you need books that ends on even page number. And for this I will read All Systems Read by Martha Wells. I don't remember on what channel I saw this book, but maybe I will insert it somewhere. But that person gives like really high reviews for the book. It's a series, and it's a sci-fi, so I'm super hyped. Yeah, we'll try to read that one. I think I will not give a proper description of the books because I honestly don't remember already. I spent like 2 days putting this list together, but I just write myself titles, and I honestly have no idea what this book's about. So to get E in arithmancy, I need to read standalone. For that one, I've selected Queens of Geek by Jen Wilde. Fun thing, I actually have I think 2 books by Jen Wilde on this list, but I've never ever read that author. So I'm pretty nervous because if I will not like the writing style or something, it will mean like -2 books from the list. And then for to get O in arithmancy, you need to read a book longer than 350 pages. And for that I'll be reading. Eliza and Her Monsters by Francesca Zappia. I think I will probably read this book in translation because I think I found the Russian one online, just to not overpower my brain too much, because yeah, I think that most of the books I have on the TBR this month for this read is mostly English. So moving to the next subject, charms. To get A, you need to read a book with gorgeous covers. It's pretty vague description, but for that one I've selected Three-Body Problem by Eliza, one of the books I actually have physically. I think that cover is pretty fabulous, both like dust jacket and the actual cover, and I wanted to read this book for a while. I've heard a lot of good things about it. Again, this is sci-fi, so yeah, I heard so much good things about this. I haven't bought it before reading anything from this author, but I have really high hopes for it because good sci-fi authors is always cool. For charms, to get E, you need a comic graphic novel or a book under 150 pages. So actually I want to read the second part of one of my Star Wars comics, so I have a first part here. I think I've read it for some Infinity Beyond Read or something, but I don't remember. Anyway, yeah, I want to continue with this series, but I haven't bought it yet, so if I'll do it before August I will read that one. If not, I have one teeny tiny leftover book here. I don't know how many pages it have. 125, so it counts. This is poetry in Belarusian. You probably see this in some of my videos. I randomly picked up some poetry books. I've read one for owls, I think. So, and I have one left over. Moving to the next subject, herbology. To get an A, you need to read audiobook or book with a green cover. For that one, I will read Autonomous, how to pronounce it, by Annalee Newitz. So yeah, I have the audiobook for a while, and I'm not really an audiobook person, honestly, but yeah, I think I will try it. And then to get E in herbology, you need to read a book between 350 and 390 pages, and that one, oh my god, it was really hard to find. I've spent so many time on Goodreads checking page numbers. This is insane. And for that, I've selected Ready Player One by Ernest, Cline. Again, I think I have ebook in Russian and have ebook in English, so I don't know which one I will read. Probably I will read translation. Yeah, I also wanted to read it for a while because it's quite a famous book, and I think it stories with virtual reality is quite interesting. So yeah, I hope I will like it. I've heard quite a lot of good things about it, but I haven't watched the adaptation. So that was my mandatory subjects. And then I decided to add some extras if I like the subject, or if I just think the challenges are interesting. And also I read one extra subject because I didn't pass owls for that one. But I really like the actual subject, so I've selected one extra book for the first challenge to get A. It's kind of cheesy, but I mean, I don't need it to achieve a career. So anyway, who cares? Let's move on to the my extra subjects. So first of all, ancient runes. To get an A, you need to read a book recommended by somebody. And you know, it's not like a recommendation, just but bought a lot of books from YouTube, Booktube. So a lot of things from the accounts are recommendation, but I've selected specifically that one. I think the title kind of translates like Mirror Gambit. I've showed it, I think, in book house recently. So there's one channel I watched for a while, and we have quite a different reading taste in terms of genres. But I've read at least one book she mentioned because I need to find something in this specific field, and I really liked it. So when she recommended this for a while, I thought, yeah, cool. I'm not sure whether it's a fantasy or sci-fi or a mixture of both, because it's a collection of short stories, basically. So I hope I will enjoy this whole series of it. But I've selected specifically one of the books which that book to be read. So yeah, this is go for that specific challenge. Next, to get an E in ancient runes, you need to read the book written in past tense, and this was also pretty damn hard to find. For that, I will try to read Queen's Shadow by E.K. Johnston. This is Star Wars book. I don't know, it's is it canon universe or not, because I feel like Star Wars franchise, it's quite messy, but it's recently released. I think it was published March this year, so at least at 2019 release. I thought it somewhere. I thought, yeah, cool. It's a book basically about Padme and her prequel story, kinda. So I will try to read that one. I get an O in ancient runes, so I need to read a book which has been on the TBR for ages. it's also quite hard. Maybe if I will look through like my older wish list, I would find something, but I think I have mostly like classics and like some non-fiction, like programming, huge programming non-fiction on the oldest list, so I don't want to read it for readathon. And from like about a little bit newer one on Goodreads, I found that I read it Final Draft by Redgate quite a long time ago. So I don't know, I hope I would like this book. We'll see. I also was trying to select a pretty small book, like relatively small, so like not more than 300 pages, mostly, at least even if it's not specified by a challenge. Next, we went to Muggle Studies. This was mostly because there's like one interesting challenge, and I have a book I want to read anyway, which fits one of them, so let's go. To get an A, you need to read cover, which includes actual photo, and it's again questionable, but I've selected Brightsiders by Jane Wilde. I think it's like a photo, or it's not like all hand-drawn. Maybe it's Photoshop, but it's not like an artwork. I'm not 100% sure though, but it looks like it's a real photo. Yeah, to get an A in Muggle Studies, you need to read a book set in real world. Pretty hard for me because I'm mostly sci-fi reader, but what I've selected, I decided to pick up Honeybee by Teresa Mathieu. Again, questionable because for me it's always hard to identify poetry. Does it count as contemporary or it's not? But let's assume that it counts as contemporary. It's set in a real world. But yeah, I also had this book on the studyblr like for quite a while. I think I've like ever read poetry book in English. So who knows what would happen? Would I like it or not? But yeah, I wanted to try something. And to get an O in Muggle Studies, you need to read a book by person of color. For this, we'll go into a second part of Binti trilogy, Home by Nnedi Okorafor. So I've read first part for, or what I read it? Readathon probably. I've read it in June. Okay, I read the first book in June, and yeah, I think it wasn't like super cool because I thought that for the story it was too short, even though like I like small novel format. Yeah, I thought it was too short for the plot. But anyway, the story was pretty interesting and I wanna continue with the series. And yeah, again, small books for readathon school. And then I read Astronomy, which is kinda not supposed to be here, but it is. And actually I found only book for first challenge. I mean, it would be pretty easy to find a book for the third one, but I didn't find a book with night on the title, a series name. At least in the list of books which I potentially want to read. But anyway, for the first challenge to get an A in astronomy, you need to read a book with moon on the cover or in the title. And we'll try to read that one, 5 Billings Year of Solitude by Billings. So this is non-fiction, and I think in English editions the cover is different, so like you actually see the moon, and in that edition you see the piece of kind of moon surface with a footstep on it, but I think it counts. So yes, it's basically it. I don't know, are we going to have like Instagram challenges or anything like that? I didn't participate in any Twitter activities, I guess, besides trying to pick up a wand, and no one selected me. So yeah, what I did, a whole Instagram challenge for owls, and it was pretty fun, so I hope it will have something like that for Newts too, even though I don't have a lot of merch to squeeze in the photos, but anyway, yeah, that's all. TBR, let me know, are you going to participate in Newts? If you did like also TBR videos, let me know. I think I'll going to search for different people TBRs anyway before the readathon, but like, you know, yeah, I need to stop rambling. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye.